Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, as always, keeping you updated, many things to say, many stories to clarify, many updates, and so we jump into it together. And we start guys by mentioning some done deals around Europe about important players, about important profiles, because I wanted to start today by mentioning John Stones, now former Manchester City player, living on a free transfer. We know he didn't sign any contract at Manchester City. Club and player decided together to part ways at the end of last season, and now John Stones signs in as a new Inter player. And it's here we go, the deal is agreed. He had some calls from Chelsea, some calls from Arsenal. They were interested in the player without sending any official proposal. Inter and Juventus were keen, but then the player decides to go to Inter to sign a 2-year contract, 2028. No option to extend. Also important to mention that the salary will be 4 million euros net per season. So this is the conditions of the deal, and now the deal is completed. John Stones will undergo medical test and sign as a new Inter player. So new addition for them. Important one also for Borussia Dortmund today, because Borussia Dortmund today were traveling to Belgium to meet with Genk and to close the deal for Konstantinos Karetsas, one of the most talented players in Europe in his position. Dortmund invested 33 million euros plus a sell-on clause for Karetsas. The player will undergo his medical later on this week, and so signings and things are happening around Europe, many movements and many big ones. But today guys, I think we should focus here on the channel on one of the exclusive stories, one of the most surprising, I would say, of the recent weeks and months, because Chelsea, and that's an exclusive news I broke today about the Blues, are in negotiations to sign Jordan Henderson, and this could be a here we go very soon. Chelsea wanted an experienced midfielder for some time. They tried for Granit Xhaka, then Sunderland decided not to release the player, but Chelsea for Xhaka were pushing, were insisting, were trying to get a deal done, and then nothing to do with Sunderland. Now Chelsea are progressing in a deal to sign Jordan Henderson on a free, 36 years old, former Liverpool captain, ready to return to the best level possible at Chelsea because the player is very keen on the move. The player is ready to agree on personal terms. Brentford are discussing with Jordan Henderson for the termination of his contract. He's going to leave on a free. This is the expectation. And then he's expected to join Chelsea, leading the race over two more Premier League clubs interested in the former Liverpool, Ajax, Al Ettifaq player who was also part of Thomas Tuchel's squad for the World Cup 2026. So Henderson could be the surprise at Chelsea in midfield, something completely unexpected. Now I expect this deal to accelerate in the next few days. And then in Welbeck, we go from a 36 years old Jordan Henderson to a 35 years old Danny Welbeck, because Chelsea are closing in on the agreement with the player in terms of personal terms. From the same agency, Chelsea already signed a talented boy, Bettoni, who joined the club a few weeks ago. Was a story I was telling you for the academy. And now Chelsea are proceeding also for this opportunity to get Danny Welbeck, so advancing on this one. They need to negotiate and to agree with Brighton because the player is under contract, and for Brighton is obviously an important player, but the conversation is underway. So imagine Chelsea could sign a 35 and 36 years old players in the space of few days, something that till the arrival of Xabi Alonso was completely impossible to think, because Chelsea were going on a different direction. Then they decided to appoint Xabi Alonso. They decided to trust the coach. They decided to go in that direction. And with Xabi Alonso is obviously not only experienced players, because Chelsea also signed youngsters and is part of their strategy. Chelsea also signed established players like Morgan Rogers or Maxence Lacroix, but now also Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck, two new names for Chelsea. And don't forget the outgoings, because Marc Guiu is going, Delap is available on the market, so there will be many movements at Chelsea in terms of outgoings and incomings. Let's see what's going to happen also with Trevoh Chalobah, because Como have been interested in the player for some time, but Chelsea rejected a 25 million euros plus 5 in add-ons proposal from Como. Chelsea want more to let Trevoh Chalobah go. Let's see if Como return to the table. At the moment, the deal is still not off, but for sure more complicated, because Chelsea started 40 million euros for Trevoh Chalobah, could be 35 eventually as a package, but not 25 plus bonuses. So the conversations continue also for incomings and exits. Then guys, I wanted to mention something on Rafa LEÁO. Rafa LEÁO is one of the names of this summer transfer window, for sure. But on Rafa LEÁO, I wanted to tell you that according to my information, I told you several times, there were rumors about Tottenham. Rafa is not a target for Tottenham as of today. Then, should anything change, I will let you know. But as of today, the understanding is that, Tottenham are not working on a deal for Rafa LEÁO, so not at all. He's not a target. At the moment, the target Tottenham is Savinho. Tottenham want to sign Savinho and they will sign one more, but at this stage, with Rafa LEÁO, the deal is not being discussed by Tottenham. There is a club attacking now strong for Rafa LEÁO, and that club is Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce traveled from Istanbul to Milano over the recent hours. Fenerbahce are there with the delegation and are working hard to sign Rafa LEÁO. Fenerbahce will present an official bid to AC Milan. So Fener want to go very strong. Fener want one more top winger after Mason Greenwood, and Fener will try. Milan already blocked all the possibilities for Rafa LEÁO to leave on loan. The president, the chairman of AC Milan, Jerry Cardinale, made clear to the agents of the player that he will not release Rafa LEÁO on loan. No chance. Loan with buy option, salary covered, zero cares. For AC Milan has to be a permanent transfer or a guaranteed exit, in any case. So this is what Milan want for Rafa LEÁO. Fenerbahce will come to the table with an official bid for the player and an official bid for AC Milan. Obviously, it's going to be important, not just AC Milan position, but also the player position. We have to understand if Rafa LEÁO is going to open doors to Fenerbahce. They want to try this surprise, ambitious move. Let's see what's going to happen there, but for sure, another topic to follow this week because Fenerbahce have arrived to Italy. Then, just quickly, to clarify something on Rodri. Many questions on Rodri over the last 24-48 hours. Guys, on my side, I always told you one thing, and I keep repeating that. Real Madrid spoke to the agents of Rodri, yes, for sure. Rodri wants to return to Spain and eventually to join Real Madrid, yes, for sure. But before saying Rodri to Real Madrid, what's needed is, obviously, club to club. And club to club means Real Madrid, Manchester City. As of today, Manchester City sources guarantee that as of Monday night, they are yet to receive any official approach from Real Madrid for Rodri. So, is this gonna happen later on? We will see, I will keep you posted. But as of tonight, Real Madrid are yet to reach out to Manchester City. They spoke to the agents of Rodri, but in order to send an official bid to Manchester City, they need from the management team and also from a coach like Jose Mourinho, who is obviously having an important impact, they need the green light from Florentino Perez. And at Real Madrid, it's still important to understand what they're going to decide to do on this one. So let's follow the situation, let's keep you posted, but at the moment, yet to send any bid for Rodri. So let's talk day by day, let's see what happens day by day. For sure, Rodri will be a big topic in these final 5 weeks of the summer transfer window. But here, we will keep you posted on absolutely everything. Guys, on all of these, your opinions, John Stones, Carezas, Chelsea, Danny Welbeck, Henderson, LEÁO, Rodri, many things, let me know your opinion. Hit in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.